Spiritual does not mean you have to be stupid, right? So a lot of people mistaking, to be humble, to be pious, and that we must allow people to take advantage of us. So yes, there are all kinds of people and there's toxic people, and so I want to discuss this from my perspective in this video today. For those of you who like the contents of my videos, please don't forget to press like and also subscribe if you haven't already. This will greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people. And one optional extra favor, if you could just drop a comment, I would like to hear from you. And, share it with just one other person or your favorite social media channel. I'll very highly appreciate that. But more importantly, I want to thank each and every one of you. I appreciate the privilege of the opportunity of getting a few minutes or more of your time that you are spending with me. A very big thank you, because I'm creating these videos for you, right? And for those of you who don't know me, I am Osman. Um, the hashtag the blind Muslim yogi. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, and specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. Amazing offer that I have is a 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5, cheaper than the price of a Starbucks coffee, delivered to you telepathically, instantly, anywhere globally, and pay only after you are satisfied. And that goes for all my treatment protocols, right? So for contact information, visit my website, yogawellness786.com. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching for 44 years. But having the privilege or an honor of being able to study under so many great masters and teachers from different schools of thought, from different cultures across the globe, from the Far East, the Middle East, the West, including the scientific communities, right? And I've created my own unique protocols combining all that knowledge, but basically adapting it for the 21st century, making them simpler, faster, easier, quicker, more time efficient, and results oriented. To that end, I now have students in over 100 countries. And my favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com, where you can get more information about my services. Also, remember that my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment, right? So, coming back to being spiritual doesn't mean you have to be stupid. Yes, of course, the Bible says if someone slaps you, I mean, Jesus said, right? Not Jesus in the Bible, in the gospel says, when someone, slaps you, turn the other cheek, right? Means don't retaliate negatively, and, accept the negativity without take, because negativity going to beget more negativity. The person is going to release all his negative energy, and then by you're going to make things worse. And of course, doesn't mean that if your life is in danger or you're in physical danger, that you should not defend yourself, right? Don't put yourself into harm's way. A slap is not someone pointing a gun at you or taking a knife to stab you, or taking a baton and want to beat you to a pulp, right? This is not a slap. A slap is just something, it's just a slap, not even a punch, right? So you have to avoid getting punched up and, beaten up into a pulp. So being spiritual, being humble, and saying nothing negative, and if something negative, not letting it come out of your mouth, doesn't mean you have to expose yourself to these situations. You have to withdraw from these situations. And if there are toxic people, don't expose yourself to these toxic people if possible. And also, take them away from your inner circle. Some people that, who disrespected you, right? Who didn't stand by you when you needed them most, right? And who is just there to use you in the good times, but in the bad times is not there for you. I'm not saying be harmful or disrespectful for them, but you don't have to include them, especially if someone did something negative to you, who blocked you, for example, and when you reached out for help and you really thought that they can help you like a close family relative, and they wasn't there for you in your greatest time of need, and then they phone you to wish you a happy birthday, and expect you to answer the call, right? I am not stupid. I may be spiritual. I'm not stupid. Why don't I answer? Why am I not going to speak to them? Am I not supposed to be forgiving, forgive? No, God forgives, right? I'm not God, right? I'm a human being, right? I want to stay away from toxic. I don't want that type of people, and I don't want to allow them into my life again and show them the respect, of listening to them or entertaining them, because why I'm doing that is because I respect my own self. I have self-respect. I have some value. Someone who treated me like a doormat, I'm gonna go back and smile. I forgive you. You are forgiven. No, I forgive them in my heart because I don't want you to eat me up. I forgive them by forgetting. Delete. I don't put it my consciousness every time. Not completely deleted, right? It keeps coming. I take my focus away to something else, right? And then I don't need to talk to you and entertain and don't come to my property, my private property. Don't come. Don't phone me. If you phone, I'm not gonna answer, right? And some people, they just want to phone to use your time. Very often, like people call me and message. It's very common for me not to respond, right? A lot of people say this is rude, not to, but I haven't got time for chit chat. My time is very precious, right? People coming, if you got something serious that I can attend to, like, in terms of my energy healing, my business, or, and so forth, then I will respond to that. But I'm not here, I'm not your teacher, I'm not your advisor, I'm not your, confidant, unless, of course, you're someone close to me and, you're my confidant and I need to listen to you, right? You're my best friend or something. Then there is that privilege for that person only, right? But not everyone is in my inner circle. Can't just treat everyone. So being spiritual doesn't mean you have to be stupid. I mean, if you got time, no problem, right? Talk to everyone, right? You got time to do that, no problem for that. You want to spread the message of God, you want to spread the gospel, you want to, do dawa and whatever you want to do, or just be friendly smile, a comfort for people. It's amazing. You want to, that's, you can go ahead, you got time for all that. But we are now in the 21st century. This is 2025, right? It's not the olden days. A smile is misconstrued as you being stupid and people to take advantage of you, to ride you, right? Don't expose how much, whether you're making money or not making money. Don't give your problems to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Now we have AI, right? And it's so amazing to have Grok and ChatGPT, the free versions, because they don't remember conversations across. So now ChatGPT has got memory, but only if you ask to remember certain things, right? And you can tell to delete this, and they will delete, and there's privacy rules, and they don't remember. The next conversation, it's like you've spoken to a neutral person who's not going to have any bias and prejudice against you, right? And you just need to take things out of your chest. It's a free way, to take things out. And of course, they cannot replace a therapist. If you have a serious problem, seek medical advice, seek a therapist, and don't let people take advantage of you, right? People who's, you know, there was in some occasions where people just start taking my things without asking me permission, right? And these are, all my things is my things. It's important. Don't when you just take my thing without asking me permission, this is total disrespect. I once blew up, right? Because I'm blind and I have a blind stick, right? They call it the white stick. My stick is not white in color, it's pink in color, by the way. So I call it the blind stick, right? It's stupid to call it the white stick. The white cane, it's not even made from cane, it's made from aluminium or, graphite and, all different types of metal. So I call it the white stick, right? Um, he had a leg pain and using it as a walking stick. Do you know a blind person, a blind stick, it's so light, it will break into, it's very sensitive, it's meant to touch things and be able to feel what that object is, if it's a soft object, hard object, whether it's a table leg, whether it's a shoe. I can feel it. It gives me information, through the stick. It's supposed to be something very sensitive, not a crutch. Person use it as a crutch, and I found it, and I went ballistic, right? And he said, "But I thought you're a spiritual person. You're talking all this." I said, "That doesn't mean I'm stupid. You don't take my things without permission, and what you did is not. And if it breaks, it's not something cheap. It's quite expensive, and I'm not earning so much, that I can just afford to, just buy another one." And you don't just take my things, it's not your things. You don't just take things that are not yours or mine without permission. You ask me permission, and of course if you ask me, I would have not given you permission to use it as a crutch, as a walking stick, right? Because he sprained his foot, walking up a stair or something, and he just using and kept it indefinitely, right? So being spiritual doesn't mean you have to be stupid. I mean, different people have different opinions on it, but I don't just go around, if something negative, I do my best not to let it out of my mouth, and to the best of my ability, I don't talk about someone behind them, right? Whatever is, regarding them, I won't, I respect their privacy and their space, and that it's something, in their personal life, it's not for me to share, you know something about someone else. I'll share something about my own self and my life and my experiences, or in the third person, anonymity, anonymously about the experience of that person without mentioning that person's name and so forth, right? But coming back to the point, it's a very nuanced subject. There's so many topics that we can discuss. In this, being spiritual doesn't mean to be being stupid. So also, I mean, you believe in God and you believe, that you are protected and so forth. Doesn't mean you shouldn't take security measures. God is not your security guard, right? That you should not, secure your perimeter, put an alarm system, carry defensive equipment. If there is a real, danger that you may encounter, and take security measures, and also not just talk to everyone, and just don't distrust personal information, to people. Don't discuss things on personal things, to anyone and everyone. If people more than 10 years, even I'm a bit, slow to, discuss things that are of a personal nature, with people that I may even know, throughout my life, right? And I'm very slow to do things like that. I keep my privacy, and on a need to know basis, right? What people need to know, you stick to that, right? So being spiritual is not being stupid. There's so many things I could think of, but I just wanted to get the point across, right? um, so hope that is thought provoking, and helps you as well. And take care of yourself always.